Good evening, everybody. My name is Anthony Wong, Operation Executive of Inchaoil. So you are aware that this is English session. Okay, tonight this speaker, anybody know him? No? Yes? No? Okay, let me introduce him. So this guy is he's an MC for major events, and he also have hosted many concerts in bilingual. Okay, so he has also hosted our second anniversary in both Malaysia and Singapore. That's just maybe 7 of this month and 14 of this month as well. So tonight he will share with us the mystery of our oil and also our new product, ISAP. So let's give him a warm welcome to Mr. Melvinn Lee.
Okay, I think I shall not speak without Mike the evening. We've just done a 2-hour session just now. All right, once again, a very warm welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Some familiar faces again from the earlier session. Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us here this evening. First and foremost, who's first time here? Come. 都到前面来. Come, let's come to the front. Free gifts. Yay! Okay. Come on. It's a packet of goodness for you. Alright, come. Wait.
Don't go back. Stay there for a while.
Wait, stay a while. Let's have a... Come. Just stay around. Wow. Well, if this one is the church pastor, I'm very happy. Okay, come. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Last time you said PAP, the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. Okay? Thank you, right. Okay, come. Everyone should show off your packet. So, you set them right?
No, sit in the front.
Okay, alright. Okay. Okay?
Everybody.
Yes. Wow, nice.
Can okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. I can see you.
Okay.
Okay.
No rain.
Okay. Ready? 1, 2, go. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, don't throw it away, So you know how to consume this? No, just tear. There's a little notch. Okay, there's a little notch. This is a 3 ml pack. There's a little notch there. Okay, just make sure the top, just tear it off, and basically just pour it in your mouth. All right. Some people say, sure, oil. Does it taste funny? It doesn't. This has a very nutty taste. It's actually quite nice. You know, this is what, not actually an acquired taste. It's actually quite nice. Okay, what I'm going to do this evening is I'm going to share with you about fatty acids record. Now, not too long ago, okay, it could be just 6 months, 1 year, 2 years you've heard first time. A lot of people, especially even our Ministry of Health and all that, in all the hawker centers, they put up signs, right? Everybody tell you in Chinese school, 少盐少油, less oil, less salt, okay, because of high blood pressure. This is encouraged for health purposes. So if someone were to tell you that you should be taking more oil, okay, you would think that is preposterous. My doctor is advising me to cut down on oil, okay? The 3 highs, I've got high cholesterol, all my LDL is very bad. Right, I don't have enough HDL, the high density, and my blood sugar is too high. Okay, my doctor warned me I might be getting diabetes soon. Again, your blood pressure is very high. So if one of my blood vessels pop, I may either just fall flat dead, or I may actually get a stroke. Okay, so what happens is this: now we are telling you that you should be taking oil, more oil. There's a reason for us. Let's go on. Basically, it's called fatty acids. Now, again, the word fatty, fat, especially, I mean, some guys, ladies, they think you take something fat, you avoid it at all cost. Okay? but not fatty acid. Fatty acids, in fact, is one of those things that our body require. Even from the time whereby you were still in the womb of your mum, okay, you need fatty acids, especially your brain development. You need a lot of omega-3. You know the brain cells. Now, if you weigh your brain today, I mean, even as adults, you take your brain out. If you can weigh it, I guess they conducted autopsy and they weigh it, right? 8% of your brain is omega-3, the weight. Okay, 8%. Why? Basically, all of your brain cells, okay, in fact, the rest of our body molecular cells, the external layer that protects it is omega-3. It's oil. You need oil for healthy growth and for protection of the cells. Especially for the brain development, the omega-3 is the one that actually enables you, for brain cells, the neurons, to communicate effectively between cells. So, two types of people. One's from the very young, okay? At once upon a time, we have got many cases. And once upon a time, there were a time whereby you would have a child grow until he or she is 6, 7 years old, going into so-called elementary school or primary school here in Singapore, and then the teachers find that the child has got learning difficulties. They send it for specialist analysis. In fact, okay, I think this child could be, last time they call it ESN, educationally subnormal. Now they think it's not right? The term politically incorrect. They change it. So now there are many definitions, including autism. Okay, it's actually part of it. It's actually a learning deficiency, right? So it's when they're 8 or they're 10, then they found that they're finally autistic. By which time, is it too late? No, then you actually have to do a lot of catching up to do. You have to send them to special school, special education to educate them. So we found that it helped. Now, so a mum, when it's during your pregnancy, where does the child take the necessary nutrients for brain development and for the rest of it? From the mum. So again, for the brain part of development, the child, the fetus, needs a lot of omega-3. So the mother, if the mother is deficient of omega-3, it also impacts the development of the child. Okay, it all comes from the mum. Never mind, let's go on. So this is all fatty acids. Look at this. This is a bit scary. This is not fake news. This is Straits Times. All right. They found that, this is our own Ministry of Health, they found that Singaporeans suffer heart failure about 10 years earlier than our American and European counterparts. What does this mean? This means that we think that all the in the Western civilization, they eat a lot of red meat, the Italians take a lot of pasta, a lot of pizza, and yet Singaporeans may get a heart attack 10 years earlier than them. Okay, or heart failure. Maybe it's because of our laksa and our lemak and our char kway teow. I don't know. It's probably also because of our stress level, work is tough, everybody is not going home on time, not having enough sleep. Okay? But this is alarming because what is this exactly 10 years? This means that any one of us here nearing the age of 61, we might get a heart attack or had heart failure. Now, in cancer, what are the statistics in Singapore? 1 in 4 in Singapore. In this room here, for every 10 of us, right, 2 will have cancer. Any cancer, lung cancer, skin cancer, brain cancer, whatever, stomach cancer, throat cancer, so many types of cancer. But for heart failure, blood-related cardio diseases, 1 in 3 of us here will get it. So in this room, if there's 30, 10 of us will have that problem. Okay, we'll take a look at our innards afterwards. Now, once upon a time, I believe that this is my only good way of doing a health test. I just try to donate blood every about 4 months. They allow you to donate every 3 months, okay, because your body produces enough blood from both. But so I do 3 months. My contention is that if they continue to accept my blood, it means I'm okay. Doesn't mean it, okay? If they continue to accept my blood, means I don't have HIV, I don't have hepatitis B, but it doesn't mean that I don't have high cholesterol and whatnot, okay? So the only right thing you could do is go to a lab, or go to your GP, of course, okay, which costs a bit more, or you can go actually to a lot of labs, the direct labs where the GPs actually send their blood samples to. Okay, it's I think for about $100. They'll test for 18 key indicators, including your cholesterol, your liver, your cancer, whatever, and give you a report. And there's even a doctor there that would basically read your report, analyze it, and explain it to you. If they find something that's severe, they actually advise you to go and see a doctor or see a specialist. Okay. Recently, just last week, one of our friends went with a family. I think about 7, 8 of them went for things. So if anyone you want to go for lab test within this next month, look for me. I can give you her receipt number, right? Because for people who actually went there and you recommend friends there, you straight get 35% off the lab test. Okay, so you want to now let's look at where the nutrients that our body require. These are food. So all along when we were doing our primary school or secondary school, we studied what general science, not before we did physics, chemistry, biology. We do general science. You know your body needs nutrients. So all along we've been studying, we know protein, we know vitamins. Fiber came in later, until when you grow up, now you need to take a lot of fiber. But we know proteins, vitamins, carbohydrates, minerals. These are things that was in our science book. Then later on, the fiber came in, and finally, okay, this become very common. Lipids, cholesterol. Cholesterol is not a bad word. You need cholesterol. Your body needs oil, right? It's not to grease it, not like just an engine oil. You spend hundreds of dollars for synthetic, the best engine oil for your car, but you're going to throw in all the lousy oil into your body, okay, every day on a daily basis. Okay, use of fats. Look at them. So basically, energy is there. We build tissue, physiology, support, protect, increase, and brain development. Actually, including our eye. Omega-3 is very important for your optics system. Okay, but anything that's out of moderation, they say, anything out of moderation, will cause all this problem. Of course, vascular obstruction, stroke, inflammation, function, aging, cancer, obesity. Okay, some correction, for example, does taking too much sugar cause diabetes? That's a general consensus, right? Or let's call it a misconception. Now, if I drink Coca-Cola every day, which I do, okay, every day, get cans of Coca-Cola, I say, each can of Coke has got how many cubes of sugar, right? Sugar itself does not contribute or cause directly your diabetes. Sugar basically causes you to increase weight. It's excessive weight or obesity that will easily lead to type 2 diabetes. Okay, but at the end of the day, still related. You're getting a lot, you put on weight and you get diabetes. All right, let's go on. Now, so type of lipids, we have actually a fats, different kind of fats. You actually would you look at the back label, of any box out there, whether it's cooking oil or whether it's butter or whether it's any other off-the-shelf supermarket food stuff. You actually right now, of its legislation, our government and all the health bodies in the world, FDA, Singapore, MOH and all that, requires that you spell out how much of this fat, how many percent, how many gram, etc., etc., etc. So you got saturated, you got unsaturated fatty acid, you got polyunsaturated or monounsaturated fatty acid, you got essential fatty acid, so on and so forth. Then omega-6, 9, and of course 3. Now, those that are new mothers around here or new grandparents who have actually recently come into contact with formula milk, baby formula milk, you find that in their marketing material right now, this only happens in recent years again, you find there's a lot of spelling of ALA, EPA, DHA. They suddenly make this know that, hey, this is a selling point. This is exactly what contributes to the child's mental brain development. That's why now they realize that they put all this as part of the labeling on the formula milk. Right? You drink this milk, it actually contains EPA, DHA, very good for this child's mental development. Okay? Before that, you think your milk that you and I have been drinking doesn't have that? It has that. Just that now they realize that you need more of that now. So, for example, that little pack of 3 ml, okay, sachet Inchaoil, which is basically almost pure omega-3, 6, all right, and a bit of 9. You're not going to feed to a baby right? You know why? Any child under 2 years old, their digestive system is not well developed enough to absorb the oil and to break it down. Okay, so any child below 2, no, don't feed them that. They should have taken it when they were still in their mom's womb, okay, for development. But once they reach 2, you can actually start having that added to your diet. It's very helpful, okay? So, now, and for people later on, we'll share with you other instances, adults having problems, we've got menopausal, you've got a lot of depressive disorder. Omega-3, 6 helps, okay? It actually calms the person down very quickly. Now, exactly what is saturated and unsaturated fat? It basically has to do with the carbon and the hydrogen. That's why I see when it's so hydrogenized, it's actually. At one time, there were a lot of food stuff, including like cheese spread, very smooth butter and all that. Okay, so all those actually has added oil that's been processed. And why do they have this very smooth-looking structure? Actually, it's man-made. Okay, at one time, the belief was that you take animal fats, very fats is bad for you, so you should go to the trans fats. Right, that was the thinking at that time. So a lot of manufacturers came out, including Kraft, the companies and different kind of manufacturers, come out with different products that actually adds trans. Then later on they realized that, oh, wait a minute, trans is even worse than really the bad, so-called bad animal fats. So right now, totally, most of the trans are totally banned. It's banned, it's not reduced, it's totally banned. They don't want you to have trans fats because they reduce the amount of hydrogen in it to make it more pliable, okay, make it stiffer. So the whole structure, the whole atomic structure becomes stiff. So it becomes hard. Because oil is liquid, but they want to make it into something that's a bit solid. It actually applies better, it sort of looks better, it helps in its presentation, let's put it this way, okay? But it's bad, very bad. So bad that it's now basically banned. Okay, so saturated fatty acid includes animal fats like butter and lard. At one time they say it's very bad, right? Stop. Basically just take less of all this. Animal organs, our pig organ soup. Every hawker center has that, Everybody love it. Our tulang and all that, whatever you eat, your Sarawak stall, right? Your kambing soup, soup kambing and all that. This is really, very nice. And food that's deeply fried, okay? Omega-3, 6, 9, this unsaturated fatty acid. These are the type of fatty acids that we'll focus on today. Okay, unsaturated. Deep sea fish oil, there were a lot of flaxseed oil, there's a lot of bran oils, there's olive oil, coconut oil at one time. A lot of people were spending lots of money on it, right? We're going to explain why. Then later on we have a demonstration of what different oil, how they react. And ultimately Sergeant Inchaoil. Now tell you what, just a little secret into the Japanese for years, right? They were one of the, because they are country and nation of fishermen. A lot of deep sea fishermen go way out into the deep ocean, harvest fish, 3 months, come back with a boat full of fishes. Some of them that they can extract oil from, the cod liver oil and whatever, right? The big fishes, tuna and all that. But to extract oil from fish, you need to add solvent. Basically, you need to add chemicals to a thing and then extract the oil and filter out the solvents again. Right? So, but over the years, they realized that they've been testing it, right? Over the years, they realized that contamination is increasing. They're getting a lot of contaminants in the fish. Recently, I think a lot in the news, Straits Times and CNN and whatnot, a lot of whale, quite several, got beached. Finally, when they opened the autopsy on that fish, why did this whale, big animal like that, die, the mammal? Inside the whale was a lot of plastics and everything. Because the whale just ate everything that's in the ocean. It's all rubbish, right? So the Japanese was actually getting very worried. They're looking at this. Are there alternate sources, especially perhaps vegetable sources, right, of rich oil like omega-3, 6, 9? So they went and they found, apparently all the way, they found this particular little fruit in the Amazonian forest. The Peruvians that have been doing it for hundreds of years perhaps. What they did, you don't need to add any solvent, you just take the fruit, pop it out from the escape, and then mechanically cold pressed it, and the oil that leaks out is 100% pure. And guess what? They found that the oil contains almost on a 1-to-1 ratio, 40 over a gram for whatever, and just under 40 for omega-3 and 6, which is amazing. Now, omega-3 and 6 alone, they maybe 3 especially is good, but if you add 6, it's wonderful. If you take 6 alone without 3, too much of 6 becomes toxic. So you really need to have a balance, okay? And these are the facts, all right? So you should love it for unsaturated poly, this kind of fats. Limit yourself, right, to the cheeses and the butter. I totally love the salted butter on a plane, right? You always ask for extra loaves of that. Now, that are hydrogenated arterial trans fat like this, if you can totally discard, try to cut it off totally from your diet. Okay, I'm not a doctor, but I can give you from here, just from a few questions, I can actually give you a health assessment. Trust me. All right. First question. How many of you sleep before or by 9 p.m. every night? No, huh? God, 1. Okay? 1. 2. How many of you basically eat fruits or plants that you grow yourself? No? Okay. How many of you consumes like vegetables and all that, or food in 5 different colors every day? No? All right. Let's see. Not at all? How many of you only cooks food by water boiling every day? None at all. That means all of us got some health problems. Now, but on the other hand, is there meaning to life if we do all the above just now? It's rubbish, right? You can't be living like that, you know? We full focus, avoid this, avoid that. So ultimately, for the last 20, 30, 50, 60 years, we've been eating and consuming all this different kinds of oil and food stuff and all that, and it's accumulated in our body. All right? So a lot of people have been saying that you go for massages, you have to drink a lot of water, through your bodily lymphatic system, the toxins will get expelled. Now, a properly trained masseuse, they don't simply just massage deeply to relieve your muscle ache. Theoretically, what they should be doing, or effectively what they should be doing, they must also massage all your points and almost towards all your lymphatic points, which is under your elbow, shoulders, and towards down to your limbs and all that. So that's why after your massage, they always tell you drink a lot of water. And it's through that you can actually get expelled some of the toxins, really. So they're actually pushing all through your body, your blood vessels and all that, towards your lymphatic system, so that your body with the aid of water can expel some of those water soluble waste. However, all the oil that you have consumed over the years cannot get expelled by water. Tell me, if you want to wash your hands off oily stuff, what do you use? Soap. You know what is one of the key components of soap? Oil. The only thing that can get rid of oil is oil. Okay, so finally there's PhDs, there's books on Amazon, on all the Japanese, Taiwanese bookstores have written is that you need to eat good oil. They say eat 吃油, but it's consume good oil to get rid of bad oil. That becomes the new mantra by all of the health falling people. That's important, right? So you have a blocked vessel, artery, aorta, whatever. You can look at the doctor, say this is getting blocked, let's stent it. So they insert day surgery. You don't even have to be knocked out sometimes, or just local anesthetic. Thread in a line to the thing, stent it. Okay, you'll be good for maybe, this will last you 3 years, That's for the huge vessels. What about all the tiny capillaries that's running through your brain and the rest of the body? You're not going to be able to stent it. So the only way that you can get rid of those oils, help or reduce it, is to make use of oil to slowly dissolve and expel those bad oil. Right? That is basically the whole logic behind now this health movement involving oil. Okay? Let's move on. So you need to choose your oil wisely. Corn oil, canola. Read the labels. Relationship between blood vessels and fatty acids. Let's look at it. Now, human is made of cells. Okay, we know cell, tissue, where all that combined into your organs. You have your organ system and your entire bodily organism. Now, let's look at this. Our human body has got at least about 37.2 trillion cells. The composition of cells is, if you look at it, the entire, okay, the innards of the thing requires some oil to get going. Most importantly, the external protection membrane of your healthy cells is oil. You need oil to maintain this protection gate, this barrier. If this thing breaks down or is weak, then you are susceptible to infection very easily. Whether it's a very strong bacteria or viruses or super viruses right now, right? That the strongest antibiotic in the hospital cannot kill. Right? So we need this all along, and this is the rest of your body. And just now we mentioned the brain. That's especially critical because a major portion of your brain, the composition is omega-3, right? Look at this. How much of that can you stent? You can't, right? Other than the main few here, right? You can do that. The rest of that, there's no way to stent it. Some of you may already been experiencing, I hope none of you, but I say some of you, generally, our Singaporean population, already feel that there's numbness in your end of the tips of finger, it's swelling and all that. It's already blocking. You know that. You're climbing stairs, you're having difficulty walking up even 1-2 flight of steps today. Right? The moment you see there's only steps, no escalator, no elevator, you say, no, I'm not going to go to that building again. Okay? Either you give me an elevator or no, I don't want to go to that one anymore. Right? Nobody's going to carry you up. You have to walk up yourself. That's exactly what's happening. But we've got cases right now of people who actually took good oil. In 2 weeks, they find that the pain is going away and they're able to climb up the stairs. Why? Why omega-3? Omega-3 is one of the best, bar none, anti-inflammation nutrients in the world. Okay? So a lot of our bodily problems, including the cell and all that, is due to inflammation. What is cancer? Cancer is cell inflammation. Your joints, your arthritis, your rheumatoid arthritis and whatnot, right? Even to a certain extent, right? Your gout and things that's growing, they are all inflammation. So if you have a regular diet of omega-3, inflammation goes away. Inflammation goes away, comfort sets in, and you have less problem. You have less bodily problem, right? Your bodily defense system then can cope with worry about other things, right? You know why it's so difficult to detect cancer until it's stage 4? What we always hear, oh, my friend is getting this and it's stage 4. What exactly is stage 4? Stage 4, they call it terminal. Stage 4 simply means that before that you can't detect it because there's no signs, there's no pain, there's no nothing until you reach stage 4, at which time cancer has spread. That cancer is no longer localized to a particular point, right? Either your lung or your tummy. It has actually spread. The worst is it spread to your lymphatic system. Now it uses a super highway, high-speed rail to KL already. Okay, so from your upper body, it actually went down to your limbs. Okay, by which time it's difficult to control. So the only thing is chemo. Just flood your entire system with poison. Chemo, as advanced as the doctors, the surgeons, the R&D, the researchers claim, it can, to a certain extent, target cancer cells. It is still flooding your body with poison, with toxins. And you'll kill both healthy and unhealthy cells. You know why? Because your gatekeeper, the sentry at the gate of MINDEF, Ministry of Defense, it sees a cancer cells coming. The cancer cell wearing your MINDEF pass. No. Or this one, class A clearance one, wave him on. Because your cancer cells is your cell. It's not a foreign body that, got injected to you. It didn't transfer from a pig, or from a bird or from something. It's your own body cell. So the fella even probably salute the fella and come in, right? So we have to know that now. Most of us here, I'm not guessing your age, but never mind. Some of you probably 20-year-old, you want just this. Many of us are in this or worse stage. Guaranteed, this is not scare tactic. This is real McCoy. That means our artery is already more than 75% blocked. A lot of blood vessels, right? From the oil we've been taking ingesting in your system for so many years. So as long as we, hopefully, you're still lucky if you are still exercising and all that. Part of this probably will get loosened, but problem happens again. If that one clump of that loosens and find its way up yourself towards near your brain, you get a stroke. Then suddenly you can't talk, your mouth goes slanted to one side, one half of your body is limbed and all that. And it's very difficult to recover. Why is our finance minister, is he able to recover? He was so lucky because a few of his cabinet colleagues are doctors. They reacted very quickly. They must have ingested him with straight away medication that break down that clot very quickly, right? If you can actually get a person with suffering a stroke within a certain period, probably within the 2 hours max, to hospital, there's a high chance that the person can recover fully, right? Once you bypass, a lot of people, the problem is that, especially marathon runners, people with a very high pain threshold, they don't even know they have an onset of heart attack. This is like, to them, no problem. This pain is minor, because I go to the gym every day, I do a bench press, already my muscle is aching. So when they have a heart attack, they don't even realize that. Some of them, the doctor tells me, I think you had a heart attack 12 to 24 hours before this, when they finally went to the A&E. Okay? Good thing is that they're still walking. If it's not, then the person will have collapsed and that's it, gone. Recently, we had one friend, okay? This friend is already retired. Luckily, I think the family is quite well to do. Right now, he let his sons run the business. They do a lot of big machineries for the oil and gas industry. This friend of ours, basically, the doctor telling him, look, this is blocked, that is blocked, about 4. He walked into the hospital himself to have 4 bypass. Now, that's a very lucky person. You can walk into the hospital, pull out certain veins from your thigh and all that and transfer and do a bypass. And then you quickly, of course, after a few days, you walk out of the hospital and go home to recover. That's right. Not all of us, not many of us are that lucky. Most of the time you will get a heart attack or you drop, you collapse before they send you to A&E and then they do a full scan. They realize that number what of arteries are blocked. Okay? And that costs a lot of money. That costs really a lot of money. So, are we gonna not spend? We're going to spend that amount. I think he spent nearly close to $100,000 for his entire operation. Well, he can afford it, unless some of you has been buying expensive insurance with very nice, riders that you pay premium that covers your entire hospital stay. Right? The rest of us probably will find it difficulty to pay for that kind of operation, until we collapse. That is, okay? So, what does it then you have to do now to prevent that from happening? To prevent yourself from having such a costly remedy or such a costly rectification of your entire cardio system? Your food. Okay, again, so from fats like that, what is one to do? We can do a demonstration. Anthony, can I have a demo kit? Okay, I'm going to show you. One is a simple oil that you buy off the shelf from any supermarket, cooking oil and whatnot. And the other one we're gonna try using sachet and chip. See, okay. We'd like to invite someone who is first time. Why not you? You're one of the first time here today. Okay, you help me do a demo. No magic. This one you don't have to learn tricks. Just do it. Okay. I'm gonna have 2 bottles of oil. One is just simple oil, your normal cooking oil. The other one is a bottle of the sachet inchi. Okay, so we've got 2 beaker, just glass with ice in there. Just pour a bit, yeah. Just pour some of this normal oil, the oil that we consume every day. Oh, wow. Never mind, stir. Fat. This is fat. Okay, now just help me stir it. This is normal oil, yeah? Ooh, you just pour it out, see? What does it become? Look at that. Right? A lot of oil basically, clumps together like that, especially with ice. So this also teaches you one thing. Not that all oil should behave like that, no. It also warns you, sometimes when after a meal, try to avoid cold drink. Okay? Coca-Cola like me. Okay, that's one. Let's not try the other. You just see sachet and chick.
You drink hot one,
Yeah. No, it's what's Paul. Since you pour so wow. Okay, because when we go and eat our hot pot Sichuan, just pour. Okay, go. Fine. Well, free of charge can pour more. Okay, straight up. We go take laksa, we take curry chicken, all that. You think we measure? Today I'm gonna eat 6 ml of chicken curry. Or 3 ml of roti prata, mutton curry. Look, it's good oil like that, sachet that doesn't coagulate. Okay? Now, I don't know whether we can just bring a bit of that over here. Just a bit. Right. So this is something that you've been eating right over the years, right? Good oil. Okay, just turn. So this is what we hope will happen when bad oil meets good oil. Okay, what you wanted to do is, yes, to help you dissolve all those oil that's been there. Look at people who have to pay a lot of money to go for liposuction. You cut this up, it's that thick, the oil. So if you have enough, consume enough good oil, hopefully you don't have to go for liposuction. Right? Remember, there's one guy in case of Singapore, a guy who owns a Sentosa Cove, a very rich guy, right? He went for liposuction, he didn't wake up from that body anymore. I mean, from that operating table anymore. Right? Terrible. So, round of applause, won't you? Alright? So, be conscious, right? It's important. The only thing that can get rid of oil is oil. So you need to consume good oil to help you get rid of bad oil, replace with bad oil. But on the one hand, of course, sachet inchi oil cannot be used to fry fish. Okay, this is the after. You can consume with anything. You can consume with salads. You can take it whole and all that, but not go use it as a cooking oil. Let's continue. It's lovely. So seeing is believing. You must believe it only if you see it happen. Right? Healthy blood flow. This is LDL. Pour there. HDL charts it out. Okay. So you need HDL. You need both types. So-called they call it actually the good and the bad cholesterol. Right? One is low density, which is bad. The other one is HD, is high density, which is good. But actually, you need both in your body. Just control, balance amount, right? You need both. You cannot have totally only HDL and no LDL in your body. Again, the choking. Once you get to a certain point, it constrict, you just goes in a stroke or get a heart attack and stops, right? If they can rush you to hospital quickly, you can probably recover up to 90-95%. If it's too late, then you may be disabled, bedridden. Again, just now what we saw, right? So 60, it's 75%. A lot of us, many of us here, I'm sure, we're already 75-80% block. Bad news, good news, okay. Well, bad news, good news is that at least now you know the solution, okay, the solution to it. So these are the things that we've been phasing out because of the trans fat. High trans fat is shortening the stick margarine and all that, especially for things like margarine and all that. Why do you like margarine? Because they add nice taste to it, but it has got absolutely very little nutrients for your body. Okay, nothing. It just tastes good, right? Looks good, spread very smooth. At one time, right now, those ads don't appear on TV anymore. Right? Remember one time, wow, the close-up shot of a bread knife spread that margarine across is so lovely, as though you got a smooth dance floor in front of you, right? Okay, so trans fat raise your bad LDL and lower your good. That's trans fat. So in fact, it's being blocked, right? Totally, it's being blocked. Eating trans fat increases the risk of developing heart disease and stroke. It's also associated with high risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Okay, so black oil, other than just sugar, contribute to type 2 diabetes. Type 1 is genetic, so that one you no control. But type 2, based on diet, we can control, we can hold back the onset for most of us healthy. Inflammation, heart disease, metabolic syndrome, diabetes, arthritis, and all. Inflammation is the key word here. A lot of our bodily function is going awry. We are feeling pain here and there. We find there's restriction of movement and all that. It's due to inflammation. And omega-3 is good anti-inflammation. One of our new keen followers, I'd like to share a story with you. This lady runs a cruise company. They actually own a few ships. Okay? So there was somebody, one of her ship-bound performers, singer, a vocalist on board, I think was up north in Malaysian Penang, went out, got beaten up and robbed. I don't know why somehow here it's very commonplace. They don't just rob you, they just give me a wallet and they run away. No, they whack you up until your face is all bruised and bloody. So the guy actually went back to him, showed him the photo, took MC 1-2 weeks. Luckily, the wife happened to be some friend and had one of our bottles of omega-3, such as Inchaoil. So one said, I think you better take this, okay? This supposedly is very good for cuts and all that, so you can also consume it internally and apply it externally. So he actually did that religiously for 1 week. All the wounds close up and the swell goes off. So after just over 1 week, in fact, the bruises all disappeared. So he became a firm believer and he presented that bottle to this lady boss, right? Department boss. So she had it actually just at the side of her bed in her cabin for a long time. Until one night, she had a very bad sore throat. Okay? In fact, she didn't open the bottle. Bad sore throat, was looking for things. She ran out of gargles and whatever. No other medicine she had think of. Supposedly this oil, someone says is very good oil. So actually took it. She drip. There's 3. Each drop is about 1 ml, right? So you pump and she just swallow about 3 ml. She recovered within 2 days. Okay, so this is no big deal. I mean, you take anything. What if she basically is her own body resistance actually help her recover? Maybe too, but then she started believing in the oil since then. Okay, applying and taking, and she went for blood. In fact, her cholesterol actually did stabilize and go down. Okay, just a bit. She was taking a bit. She's not because nobody told her how to consume it properly, or how many ml or what's the amount you should be taking on a daily basis. She just take it. It becomes a medicine to her. I got sore throat then, pump lah. No sore throat, don't have to touch it for the day. Okay, that's her understanding. So until recently, we made more of us say, hey, we are actually in this company that distribute this thing. So it came back to and start buying boxes of this for our family and whatnot. Recently, but this recent was actually about 2.5 months ago. We met one of our mutual friends. This is again one of a businessman. He went for open heart surgery just 3-4 years ago, and that was the second time open heart. He was so serious. He's not only blocked like that, not just internally blocked. His artery wall is going to crack and break open. So the doctor told him that you are a walking time bomb. Okay, the only thing we help you do is that we're gonna give you medication to control your heart rate, slow it down, lower your blood pressure so that there's little chance that you'll split and go. If it breaks, ruptures, you're dead. Okay, so anyway, sayonara, exactly. So he went for open heart op finally to try to repair it. What they did is that they removed his heart out into a freezer, connect him to a heart-lung machine. The entire operation took 16 hours. Okay, based on statistics, not many people survive that kind of operation. You may put it back in, the heart may not restart. You know, no matter how many times they actually shock it, it may not start pumping again, then you're in trouble. So what happens is that they use a lot of medication, right? He had to take a lot of medication to slow down. His heart rate must not go above 60 beats per minute. Okay? We get excited, we run a few steps, we can go shoot over above 100. He's not allowed to do that because it might and he's gone. Okay? So this lady, out of goodwill, gave him, look, this oil I think is very good. It should help you. So please take it. You know, I don't want to charge you anything. As a gift, accept my gift. In his mind is that, you know, this lady friend basically likes to almost collect health supplements. Almost. She believes in good food and whatnot, and nutrients and taking care of herself. So to him, he accepts it out of goodwill. And he wants to be, in his mind, he wants to prove to her that, you know, don't be silly. You believe in everything that people try to sell you, people try to tell you, you believe and you continue. I'm going to prove to you that things don't work like that. Because he knows how serious the condition is. So before he started consuming the Sacha Inchi, the Inchaoil, he actually went for blood tests. He went for blood tests in April. 4月, April. He said all those years, just like his he joke, just like primary and secondary school results all fail. Right? It's either red is gone way off out of the normal thresholds. Basically, most of the items are failed. Okay? And then suddenly, just over 2 weeks ago, he called us. That was in April. So he went for blood test again just about 3 weeks ago. Right? 2.5, 3 weeks ago. He actually called us. I'd like to invite you all for a lunch. I've got something to report. And during a lunch, he actually pulled out that lab report from the just now laboratory. He took it's known as an 18KS blood test. You can Google it. It has got most of the key indexes indicator. 11 items on the blood test improved. Many of them returned to the normal, healthy position. He totally, he actually told now, thank you, but you know what? I started this whole regime just to want to prove to you, to debunk the fact that you believe in all this rubbish. My doctor has been telling us all these years, avoid oil, avoid salt, and then you're telling me to go and drink more oil. Okay? But the blood test prove otherwise, that it actually works. That's right? Efficacy. So let's not turn this into something magical. No, okay? We shouldn't do this. What is this? This is not health supplement, this is not medicine. This is just food. If you like to, you can call it superfood, but it's good for us. The efficacy works for a lot of people. Right? Different ways. People who can walk again, people who has got heart problems controlled, people who has got diabetic situations controlled, people who can sleep much better at night and all that. But are we going to say that, hey, you must buy this magic oil, you can sleep better, you can prevent cancer, don't do that. I mean, don't overbelieve. See for yourself whether it's true or not. So you start with that packet, the first timers, we give you, probably your friend who invited you has been giving you that already. So you should continue and prove it to yourself that in whatever way it should help you. Okay? Let's move on. Look, so learn how to read at the back of all the cartons, because by law they are required to do it. Okay? Now, although it says trans fat 0 gram, be very careful when you see that there's still hydrogenated vegetable oil. It's somehow still sneaked in there. Although theoretically it's 0 gram. It's 0 gram, but it's still there. The trans fat is still there. So just be careful. Try to avoid things like that. Okay? If you try, you know why the Italians, the Europeans just now you mentioned, right? The Italians like to take a lot of olive oil. Very big, almost big size Italian. You can imagine everybody looks like Pavarotti, right? That size. And yet, their onset of heart failure comes 10 years later than us Singaporeans, right? Because actually olive oil is a very healthy oil. Olive oil will not coagulate just now if you actually stir it in ice, for example. You can try it. But afterwards I show you a table. Olive oil has almost next to nothing in terms of omega-3 and 6. Okay, so there's a lot of oil. Coconut oil, you don't try. Coconut oil you drink with ice water after that, well, big trouble. But coconut oil is very good for stomach. That's why a lot of people take organic coconut oil, virgin organic coconut oil, spend a lot of money. So this is how sachet inchi, the fruit, look like. Okay, so it was basically from the Peruvian forest. Right now, where we are getting, we actually have our own farms up in Laos. Okay, hectares and hectares of this sachet inchi farms. And very important thing, one thing is that the moment we get it off the tree, we quickly pack it, and before we remove the sachet inchi seed out of the body, the external flesh, the moment we take it out, within 3 hours, we will co-press it. Why? A lot of people actually take it out and then they store it in freezer or whatever, freeze dry, so that they can use it in the later months. But the longer you store it without using it, the more acidic it gets. So to prevent it from getting too acidic, as little acid as possible, we will do the manufacturing process within 3 hours. That's very important. So actually on the box we say that we actually ensure that the acid level is very low. Okay, let's get the best out of it. It's already 100% virgin cold pressed, right, sachet oil, and it's actually manufactured very close to the harvesting. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so the main components in Inchaoil, bioactive, all the different substances, amino acids, vitamins, sterols, exactly. All these are very important. You can read about it. So if you go onto the internet, you Google or you YouTube and all that, the surprising thing is that you hardly find anything negative about sachet inchi. All right? Apparently everything, most of the thing is positive. And more importantly is that it's not expensive, right? Versus a capsule. You buy a fish capsule from one of those, I'm not going to name names, famous health food, brands and all that. One big bottle costs hundreds of dollars. Now, that oil, that's fish-based oil. So for people who are vegan and all that, they cannot take that. So this is totally vegetable-based. All right, it's also halal. So anybody, all our friends can take it. And you take a capsule, pop into your mouth. Guess what? It goes all the way, travel down your gut until almost your stomach intestine before it actually melts and break open. And then your body starts to directly absorb it. So at which time it's gone most of the way through your system already. Versus if you take our oil orally, even from within our mouth, it will start absorbing the nutrients. That's the wonderful part of it, right? So it's not wasted. As it travels down, your body actually absorbs it, and it goes to different parts, and where it finds the oil, it actually tries to dissolve it. Now, let me just give you an observation. When everyone here, your reaction to taking sachet inchi oil may be different. Okay, some of them feel nothing for 1 month. Some of them, the moment on the third day, they feel I'm feeling drowsy. I'm wanting to sleep more often. It's basically your body now suddenly finding that it's got these nutrients and adjusting itself. Okay, so if you are actually not that healthy, some body parts need repair, the system actually is finding way to the weakest part first. Okay, so different parts you react. For those people who have got, hardly any issues, but after 2 weeks, very good, I'm very alert and all that. Those are probably the healthier people. But those that have got inherent problems, they'll find this, they find dry. Especially if you're feeling drowsy, it's your system is actually trying to repair itself. Okay, it happens. There's one lady actually came, I think we spoke to her, several meetings before. She had breast cancer. So she had her breast removed, including, of course, all the limb. No, they have to, because you don't want cancer to travel to the limbs and then spread the rest of the body, right? So already there's no feeling, right, in her upper chest, in the area for a long time. After 2 years. Then she took sachet inchi for 2 months, and then she started feeling a tingle in that particular area. So really, the system seems to be trying to rebuild the nerves, getting it wired back to a certain extent. That's in a way a good feedback, because otherwise there's no feeling at all. Okay? Looks at omega-3, omega-4. This is the Sacha Inchi, the composition. So you actually get 43%, 40%, very, very close. This is important. Some 9% and others, right? Our body can produce a bit of omega-5, omega-3 and 6. It's all external. You have to consume it, okay? Let's see if I can bring up that, yes. Look at this. So people going out, especially Japanese, they have all the researchers, same thing. So I want to look for which is the alternative to other the cod liver oil and whatnot. Which one has the highest omega-3? Flax and linseed, okay? Look, but you look across to omega-6, it has only 16.1. The other way around, let's do it. Which one has the highest omega-6? Safflower, okay? Safflower has the highest, right? You look at omega-3, nothing. Olive oil, hardly anything. Okay? Coconut oil, again, 1.6. Right? Sunflower, same thing, hardly anything. The one that's most balanced is Sacha Inchi. When the two comes together, it gets very potent. You can't tell a body, okay, wait, let me take more, let me take omega-3 first. You hold, don't digest, you ingest omega-6 and hopefully in your body you mix up and you do it together. No, it doesn't happen that way. Okay? So what you want to do is find something that is balanced, and this indeed, right? Look at the total unsaturated fat. That's what you get. Okay? Polyunsaturated fat, again, this is very light. This is the highest, in fact. So these are exactly the type of figures you want to look out that indicates good oil. Okay? Eat good oil, consume good oil to get rid of bad oil. This one you can pull out from any internet. This table is not created by us. Right? Just go and research. It's all validated. Okay? And of course, we have got all the certification. You can take pictures of all the Singaporeans. Malaysian, they don't care, they buy, they eat. Singaporeans come in here, this oil, this is safe, this is approved by AVA, this inspect. So they come, okay, every one of this frame you can take picture. Okay, we've got all the tests, which is actually a good thing, right? Singaporeans believe that if you can pass, you can get imported into Singapore and sell and distributed, and consume without any serious problem, it's okay. It's okay. If you're going to import a bottle of Sacha Inchi from China, we can't promise you, right? You don't know how is the manufacturing process, or whether they mix it or dilute it with any other thing in that bottle. They want to make a bit more money, right? Merchants. Yeah? For the cheapest thing, they may do it. Okay, so here. So omega-3 again, let's do it. Go through. Guard against hypertension for sure. Immune system. Deterring diabetes. Cancer prevention. I say cancer is inflamed cells. Okay, so automatically is that weight management? Indeed. Okay. Again, many people, shortly after taking Sacha Inchi oil, put on weight. You know why? Their appetite got better. But again, coupled with proper diet management, because the oil get dissolved and get expelled, right? They actually lose weight. So ultimately, you will lose weight. But the short face in here, because of better appetite, everyone put on a bit of weight. Okay. Combat cholesterol and heart disease. This is the absolute, right, fastest thing. Okay, reduces symptoms of menopause. This is ladies, a lot of symptoms, especially when you send on because of hormonal balance and all that. Guys, don't be too happy. You think what? Men no pause. Men also pause. Alright? We have got other symptoms, which actually it helps. Okay? Men also pause. Just pause a different way later. Alright? Improve memory, really. Mood and attention really helps. Okay, we have. I've got this is my preference. I see them, this couple, weekly. The wife actually suffered a stroke, so on the right side is not good. And this husband, after that, he was a banker, investment banker. After the wife got the stroke, he resigned. He gave up. He spent full time. This is really 101% husband. Spent full time looking after the wife. Only just go travel. They don't never eat at home, never cook at home. Every meal is a catered restaurant meal. Outside, travel everywhere. Alright? Then he told me, I just gave him this, I think because for stroke victims, we have a lot of cases, very good feedback. He said the wife last time, he said, go out just quietly, clumsily, just there and just follow him, go. Recently, he only took this about 1.5 months ago, the first box. Now he just bought 2 more boxes. Hey, my wife now can ask me where we are going. Right? We're going, because again, it actually improves your brain, your cognitive power. So it's actually trying to probably rewire, help you. The brain cells, get greased, that coating, neurons get transmitted faster. It's trying to rebuild that connection again. Hopefully some miracle happens someday again. Movement may come back with physiotherapy because our brain, we're only using a small percentage of it. If something like Bruce Lee, someone with such a strong will, he's almost disabled himself, but he fought back all the way and he's able to have full control of his limbs. Right? He actually fought once when he was young. His back is almost broke. He's supposed to be paralyzed, but he actually got it back because again, our friend is so strong mentally. The brain can rewire itself. There's a lot of spare capacity and circuits inside, right? You just need to know to divert, right? The connections. Schizophrenia, this is the same thing. Eczema. So internal consumption and external application helps, That's omega-3, right? Multi-sclerosis, prevent, improve constipation, diarrhea. Okay, this one a lot of people say, wow, now a lot more relaxed, going to number 1, okay? All right. Okay, this is the recommended dosage, Like say, child under 2, no, you don't feed them because their digestive systems are not totally developed yet, so you don't try to feed them. I tell you what, I also feed to a dog. The consumption, dog can take human medication, probably you take half or 1/3, and their fur, everything gets actually better, the digestive, right? So, but the moment they are more than 2 years old, then you start giving them roughly about 1.5 gram, and so on and so forth, which is just about half and under half of that packet. If you use that bottle, this is so-called our 50 ml bottle. There's 1 drop. You pump. That tube, the glass pipette, you pump it, it actually only goes up, pull in, draw in about 1/3 the way. That's 1 ml. It doesn't pump until it becomes full, no. 1 pump, it actually sucks in, pull in about 1/3. And that's 1 ml. So you pump 3 drops is equivalent to 1 of our packets that we just give out, So for adults, what we want to recommend, only people, let's say some of you the first time, you've never consumed this before, as a precaution, first week, although there's no negative medical issues, we only recommend you first week every day just take 1 packet. After food in the morning, 3 ml that is. After 1 week, then it's okay to have it in the morning and evening, and which will be your normal minimal dosage. Some of our members and all that, because it's so good, it's been so good, working for them, that they're taking up to about 10 to 15 ml a day, which is okay. And probably anything more than 15 is like a waste. You don't take too much thing, you just get expelled out of the body. So max takes up to between maybe 10 to 15 ml, 12 ml maybe, right? So on and so forth. So you can take 2 packets in the morning, 2 packets in the evening. But that friend, the open heart surgery I told you, religiously just take 1 packet in the morning, or rather 3 ml in the morning, 3 ml in the evening. That's it. That will already start to work for you. All of you, I'm thinking. So this is it. 2 to 6, 1.5. Once you reach your puberty age, teenagers, go on, and then adults. Up to 3 ml. This is the dosage suggested. Different ways to take it, just take it whole, just oil by itself, or you can just dump into anything, your drinks, your porridge, salad, cake, whatever. Take 1 bottle, pour it in, mix it around and take it down, right? Whether it's your lunch or dinner, right? This is how I take it. So, like this friend of ours, the wife, the one with stroke, of course you're not going to get her to pour into her mouth, no. He just pour into her food, right, every day. All the quality assurance. Now, we even take up the company for our members to protect you if anything should happen to you, for health. We even took up a $1 million insurance to cover you. It's almost like public liability. If something should go wrong, all right? If you remember, we've actually taught you how to take it properly. You're covered by the insurance, okay? So all the like say, all the certificates there, some people just come around all the way from Malaysia and take pictures of this, they're worried. Halal, okay? So this is a global product liability, I mentioned, okay? So again, free from GMO, there's no genetic modification, very important, right? Not just organic growth and all that, so no genetically oriented. Okay, why this? Remember our days in the kampung and all that, my parents, how long does it take for a chicken, from an egg to a full-grown chicken? How long was it? Remember? 3 months? It was 6 months actually, roughly about 6 months. Right now, you know what have they achieved? 22 days. Okay? Imagine what you've been ingesting, right? I mean, it's called young girls reaching puberty much earlier and whatnot. So imagine, so you want to make sure that a lot of things, in fact, they are banned. Growth hormones and whatnot in Singapore, definitely they are also banned. But if it's actually being snuck into some of the products, you'll never know. Okay, so we also have a test certification to guarantee that it doesn't have that. Okay, free from any genetic modification. And a lot of actual cases, these are not just picture Photoshop. We actually make sure everyone show up, and a lot of them actually you can bring them here to talk to you. There was one lady, I mean, like this lady, this is not photo. We thought, well, I think that's one using one of those lovely iPhone apps. So from this face become this face. No, it's really like that. She was like that. Then there was one lady after giving birth. She was in post-birth depression for 2 years. She did not get out of doesn't want to get out of the house for over 2 years. Just simply put on more weight. She took this and all that. Now she's a much lighter person, went out, no depression, no nothing. Totally recovered from it. Okay, we're meeting all these cases almost on a daily basis. Some us, the weight problem, can't walk. This is of course is a complete related problem, right? You put on so much weight, so much effort and force down on your joints and all that, you get all the pain, you get all the inflammation. With the regular consumption, he start losing weight, the inflammation go away, he's now able to walk, right? Everywhere, for free. So it helps. So losing weight, same thing, look at this, and this guy now. Actually, most of the time, especially new members, we see you now, or see you, let's say, a few months back, your actual face and all that will change. It's almost that a certain glow to it, right? It comes from that oil. Okay, it's not makeup, it's no Photoshop. Not that you now put on a new kind of Korean foundation. No, okay. Actually, you have this very natural glow on your face. Okay, all right. So with that, thank you so much. Some Q&A. Any questions? Oh, if not, I'm going to move on to one other product that this company, or you can save your questions to afterwards, very quickly. Just to show you that Inchaoil is not a one-trick pony. In fact, we have a lot. We've also got, later on, we're going to have different talks on balance and reach. Because of good oil, we realized that there's actually a lot of advantage in combining different oils. That's why we came out with these different products. You look at this, it's now called, so this one is a pure oil. Just start with this, which is totally fine. You want to stick with only Inchaoil, it's absolutely fine. But if you want to take in effects, other good effects of good oil, we have also come out with hybrid combinations of different oils, including, so we have Sacha Inchi plus purple rice oil. Okay, so that actually can help you get rid of free radicals, very high free radicals absorption. Especially people with those patches, age patches and whatnot, different shades, they just go away. Because that's the effect of the purple oil, purple rice oil. Okay, then the other one, there's rice bran and germ oil for people who actually have got allergy to nut. Very rare, but there are still people who cannot take Sacha Inchi because they have a nut allergy. Not that they are nut, but they have a nut allergy. Right? You take rice bran and germ oil, okay, which is really excellent. Again, it has got plant-based sterol. It's almost a plant-based cholesterol, good cholesterol for you. So again, 2 things. Right now we're replacing it. But now, today I'm going to talk about some other thing. Look at this. These are some petri dish. What are this? Bacteria, viruses, germs, whatever they call it. Flesh-eating bacteria, just wounds that refuse to heal, okay, for a long time. Fungi. Okay, all these are very, very dangerous stuff. Don't even scrape off a bit and have that drop into your food. You get instant food poisoning, different viruses. Okay, from E. coli to hand, foot, mouth and all that, which is very serious in all the nursery and daycare centers. Hepatitis B. At one time there was a major outbreak of hepatitis B in China. Why? Public transport. Your train, your bus and all that, the whole other thing, right? And our Chinese friends like to eat bao buns. Just go and buy outside, start eating. Okay, so all the basically germs and all that, they get contaminated. So a large number of them has got hepatitis B. B 型肝炎, okay, so called, right? Just more pictures of this. Okay, everything comes through, everything basically comes through your respiratory system, your eyes, your nose and whatnot, hand, foot, mouth. This is a recent outbreak. Okay, very recent outbreak. This was actually from a couple of days ago. 今年是7月4日, okay, 4th of July. Penang, yeah. This 11th July again. 12 states, right? Guess what? Which are the filthiest things with the most bacteria in your household? Take a look at that. Your dish sponge. Very, very high on the list is our toothbrush. The one you put back every day, then you take out, just rinse with water, put a bit of toothpaste and start brushing your teeth every day. Okay, very high amount of contaminant. This is the microorganism, those bacteria, viruses. A pet dish all the way down. See, compare your toothbrush, compare even a toilet seat. Your toilet seat is so much cleaner. Okay? Yeah. Microwave handle all the way down, refrigerator. Actually, inside the refrigerator and faucet is more. Your coffee reservoir, especially, those things you hardly wash. How often you actually, some people smart, squeeze lemon once in a while inside, let it soak overnight, pour away. It helps, but most people just keep adding water, right? And it becomes their kitchen sink, obviously, a lot of very dirty stuff. Let's move on. What is this? Your bed sheet. Your bed sheet, the one that you're lying on every night now. It is 1,000 times more dirty than your bathroom doorknob. People say, people come out of the toilet never wash hand. Okay? Grab here, grab there. You think it's the right toilet? Look, it's your bed sheet. The one that you're lying on every night, okay, has got all this. And this is 1 week old. When it gets to 4 week old, it is 5.4 times dirtier than, just now we said, that toothbrush set. So means what? I think hopefully after 2 weeks you better wash your bed sheet. Unless, okay, you have something that actually helps to mitigate the problems. Pillow. Where your head and your face, you spend so much money on all your toner and whatever that you use every night on. Again, your pillow case has got 17,000 times more dirtier than your toilet seat. Okay? Faucet, all that. And by week 4, it's 39 times dirtier than your pet, your dog or cat bowl, food bowl. Okay? So, this also means that you should wash your cat and dog bowl more often. Right? Poor thing, you keep taking in all the germs. Right? Things like your washing machine. You know how dirty is it inside? Right? Especially those that have got no hot water. Now, a lot of people believe that as long as boiling water, it's okay, you kill germs, right? Boiling water is what? 100 degrees C. A lot of germs and all that doesn't die at 100 degrees C. They need at least 280 degrees C to be killed, some of them. the hardy ones. So it's useless. You add boiling water and all that, the guy just swim freestyle in your cup of coffee. And then here you have got of course your fridge. Those things that you keep, this thing can be kept in the fridge or freezer 6 months, no problem. 6 months later you can take out to eat. Okay, think again, all right? Our friend said, 1000杯, no matter, you give me 1,000 glasses of wine, I will not be drunk. Okay, so alcohol doesn't work. In fact, most of the new bacteria, all that, they are resistant to. Last time we just used alcohol, we can get rid of germs. No, right? So now all the new germs are super germs. Now, if you've got fungi like that growing on fruits, a lot of people think, just wash, scrape it off, cut, eat. Never, straight away, throw it away. This is very dangerous, absolutely dangerous. Okay, this is deadly. Exactly. You need at least 280 degrees. So boiling water doesn't kill a lot of bacteria and germs, unfortunately, right? This is a misconception. So, what does kill germs and bacteria up to 99.9%? Precious metal, something called silver, and something that a lot of people are using for many, aloe vera. Okay, but there's hundreds of breeds of aloe vera, you have to find the right one. So by combining silver and aloe vera, we can kill up to 99.9% of germs. Okay, so what's this? This is a product that they've developed called ISAP. What does ISAP stands for? It is Inchaoil Silver Aloe Vera Protection. Okay, so the two combined together look something like that. Well, this is a personal protection bottle, and it should be this size, 100 ml, so that you can actually check into a bottle, on like that, 100 ml. But it also comes with a big bottle, the concentrate that's 300 ml, that you can actually add on with distilled pure water, drinking water, 50-50 ratio. So this 300 ml adds on to another 6 bottles altogether. So you can also, of course, have your own other bottle size and all that, and just pump. Okay, so this is silver and aloe vera, and it's totally, basically friendly. You can pump this right into your mouth. It kills all of those germs we mentioned, 99.9%, within 5 minutes. Today the test meter is not here, it's with the CEO of the Singapore office. He brought it elsewhere for demonstration. That means we have a tester. We actually have a cotton bud. We'll just, let's say for example, we'll just do a swipe, okay, of your hands, add in reagent, scan it through. That scanner can tell you how many bacteria or viruses or organism is on that tip, that cottonwood tip, okay? After adding on, spraying on this, we actually check over that 3, 2, 1 minute, you see it can be something from 300 to 150, suddenly it dropped to 2, all the way. So it continues, and unlike the alcohol, it actually stays very nicely on your skin because of the aloe vera blend. Now, the other very important thing is also silver. Now, silver, although a precious metal, it's a mineral that our body also requires. We can take in along with potassium and the rest of the other mineral, but it actually kills germs. Anybody, the Chinese would know, the ancient emperors always have a silver needle. They poke into the food to test to see whether there's any poison. Okay, but why does silver works is because you see when they do a test, we actually have to send it for a test report. So how long does it take? You go down here, 5 minutes, 100% concentration. Within 5 minutes, it goes down to less than 1. Test reports, labs never put 0. But what is less than 1? You don't even have 1, it's almost 0. Okay, this is the test lab report. So notice it has actually different, this is E. coli, Streptococcus, different kind of salmonella. These are the very common bacteria that always cause us problem. Stomach ache, diarrhea, etc., food poisoning, whatnot and what's forth. So on, right? This is exactly it. So everything down less than 1, less than 1. Okay? So with this combination, actually it's useful for all this thing like anti-imperfection body spray, mist, even some people say men line care, oral care. That's why you can spray. There was one guy. He was in Indonesia. I think he came down with, he felt was diarrhea running to the washroom, food poisoning, okay, from food. without anything around, he actually sprayed this 15 times into his mouth. And actually he stopped. his stomach ache stopped. Okay, better than charcoal pills. Alright. Okay, one thing very important, of course, it's free from all these allergens and solvents. It is also not nano material, very important. A lot of products right now through R&D say this is nanotechnology. But nanotechnology, if for oral and for skin use, external use, is very dangerous. If it's nanotechnology, it can actually infiltrate into your cell. Okay, so purposely we have to make it, it's greater than 100 nanometers, so it's a micron. It will not penetrate into your cell. It doesn't want, all this silver metal and all that going into your physical cell system. Okay, that's important. So it basically just stays there and protect you throughout, right? You can spray on your pillowcase, you can spray, on your bed sheet, refrigerator. Just add a bit, in your washing machine, your cars, your door handles, your toilet seats, whatever, right? Then some people ask me, hey, that cockroach on the floor, you can spray. No, it doesn't kill. It doesn't kill. You don't spray mosquito, you spray even the dust mites on your bed. No, it doesn't kill the living organism. But it kills the bacteria on the back of the cockroach, lizard, or something. Okay, so use it the right way. Cost, each spray like that is 2 cents. Okay, 4 cents. Yeah, but 6. That's 6 already. Alright, so important thing is aloe vera. The right breed, there's more than 200 different types of aloe vera. The right one is the one that kills all this together with silver, all this bacteria. How does silver does is important thing. It imbides, right? It actually choke the bacteria. It inhibits the respiratory chain items. Basically, it squeezes, chokes cut off the bacteria. It doesn't breathe anymore. It impedes the cells from splitting, from replicating itself. That is the wonder of silver. And there's no defense, no resistance founded that they can be resistant to this. Okay? So together, this makes it really wonderful. Well, anyway, so on and so forth. So we're ready, and if some people want, some of our members, you can already order this, right? This is based almost the full pack like that, 300 ml concentrate plus 100 ml bottle that's already pre-mixed for you for the usual 88.80. Okay, based on your normal members point. And this can use this as a maintenance also at the same time. All right. Okay. The wonderful part of this, wonderful. You look at this and not get nauseating, right? Open wound that refuse to heal over time because of those skin, they call flesh-eating bacteria and all that, very resistant, antibiotic resistant for thing. After spraying, just for a couple of weeks or not, it actually starts to heal. The wound closes up, scars start to form. Okay, why? Because they've gotten rid of the bacteria. Same, all this, not dependent on medication, not nothing. This one is in this case, they didn't apply such a Inchaoil on it. They just spray. Okay, there was every day clean the wound, spray, clean the wound, spray. Okay, and actually close up, saying here it looks from something like that refuse to heal until it sort of just close up. Okay, it still looks a bit raw, but versus this is an open wound. See, okay, all this way, same, right. All these are live cases, actual cases. Okay, so for your own protection, for your kids' protection, something that you may want to consider. I mean, this is one of those things that simple. You mix it up yourself. With our concentrate, just go to NTUC, and in fact, we're going to buy some bottles here. NTUC, you just get distilled pure drinking water, which is cost like $1 something. Then you just mix 50-50, you get 1 bottle. All right. So without further ado, this is what the full set looks like. Okay, I'll leave you with that. So thank you very much. Wow, your thing almost like battery just died almost at a second. Any questions, Q&A? We can share. Yes.
Can spray the ISAP on sashimi before you eat.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you can actually. It's edible.